Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of My Wife's Mad at Me podcast. My name is Dale. Thanks for listening, downloading, watching wherever you are, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, wherever you're at. I appreciate it. This episode is going to be really fun. It's my first episode going solo here for this podcast, so I hope you enjoy it. I talked to Clayton. He is Canadian, as you can see probably in a couple of minutes from his background and his hat. He's very proud to be Canadian, although he doesn't know anything about the country. He doesn't know anything about his wife. He knows a lot about polar bears and UFO landing pads. So take a listen. I appreciate it. Don't forget you can follow me most social platforms. Mad at Me Pod. Look forward to talking to you guys. Appreciate it. We'll talk about a little about poker too.
Holy! I fucking went downstairs after and I look at there's like 5 White Claws down there, a beer. And Sarah's like, I think we need to have a talk. And then I went and I grabbed a thing of water today. She's like, oh, what, you don't need a White Claw or a beer to go record? I'm like, no, it's the middle of the day.
Why is she being such a party pooper?
Oh, she was laughing. No, she's howling.
We're recording, by the way. We have Clayton. Clayton Cadu. You guys know him probably listening to Eat Sleep Fantasy if you're a fan of that. Or not. Maybe you just seen him on Twitter, or maybe you never heard of him. Canadian, guessing from his last name, you probably already know that he's Canadian. And if you're watching a YouTube show especially, you would know he's Canadian because he has a giant Canadian flag hanging over him with a Canadian hat. Playing the part today. I love it.
Exactly.
Clayton, first of all, you have a podcast. Go ahead and plug that just so we can get going.
I do, actually. We just started to get a little bit more into my fantasy football.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Joking.
We're plugging it.
I'm joking. Go. Fantasy football from up north.
Fantasy football from up north. We're on all platforms. Go check it out.
It's about fantasy football.
It is. It's all fantasy football related. You redraft, dynasty, everything.
But you know so much more than fantasy football.
I know everything, buddy.
You know everything about football. You know everything about. Okay, so today I want to talk a little bit about Canada. I don't think enough people know about what a great country that you live in. We know about the maple syrup. We know about. That's really all I know about Canada, to be honest with you. There's a lot of
talk about the maple syrup. Talk about maple syrup. How about we talk about the maple syrup law first?
There's a law?
Did you know there is yes, there is.
No.
We don't mess around about when it comes to our maple syrup.
Okay.
There's actually an entire act of regulations dedicated to maple syrup.
Okay.
There's one that states that it's illegal to claim a product is maple syrup when it's not. So you can't just hand a thing of syrup over and claim that it's maple syrup, because that could be possible jail time.
That's a law. You can't say that something is that it's not.
What? No person shall market the product in import, export, or interprovincial trade in such manner that it is likely to be mistaken for a maple product. And if you go around telling people it's maple syrup and it ain't, the cops are coming for you. That's just the way it is in Canada.
Wow, you call them cops? Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the guys that you see on TV that ride the horses with the big hats?
That's our CMP.
They still do that?
Yeah. So that's a branch of cops as well.
Interesting. I'm regretting having an episode about Canada.
You're going to learn lots today, buddy. Don't worry.
So wait, first I want to talk about poker a little bit because you still haven't won. For those that don't, most of you I guess don't know, we have a virtual poker club that we do. Try to do it once a week. Sometimes it's more. Clayton has done it very often and has. You have not gotten the gold yet.
Nothing. Zero.
Yeah, it's okay though. Don't feel bad about yourself.
Well, I'm in it for. I like to donate money to certain places. So I'm just trying to hand my Canadian funds over to you guys over there. It's costing me double for a Canadian to play poker with you guys. So
it's not okay. Yes, double in in numbers, but it's the same shit.
It is, yes. Yeah. It's fun. That's what I'm there to do. It's all about fun, and I'll win one day. I will win one day.
I do. I want to talk a little bit because I'm pretty sure this is going to go out as episode 1. So congratulations on. I don't know if I should label it like episode 1. I think I'm just going to do like 1 dot, and then just label like Canada or something. But then nobody's going to listen. I want something that everybody's going to listen to. Maybe I should lie on the title, like 1 dot, like guess Kanye West or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and then they'll be like, "What? Yeah. Come on."
You're like the furthest thing from Kanye West, I think. So a little bit, one, you are in a closet right now. Some would say you're trapped in a closet.
I am.
Yeah, we should, now is not the time to play Trapped in the Closet from R. Kelly. If you guys haven't heard that, definitely, I think there's like 30 parts to it. Definitely try to, get that. But, you notice anything in my background? I have a little special gift for you in my background.
Yes, I did see it. I kind of got a little creeped out a little bit by it, but that's okay.
Yeah. If you guys are
a picture of me and my wife.
I thought I'd jazz the place up for you a little bit. Do you, when you go, this actually reminds me of something. When you have family come over your house, do you have anything that you take out or put away when certain people come over your house?
They're not really, because as far as pictures and stuff go, it's funny, we've been living in this house for, 3 years now.
Yeah.
And there's maybe 2 pictures up. We got them all just sitting down. We haven't put anything up yet because we've always been debating on painting, but we probably should put a few pictures up to spruce it up a little bit.
Yeah. That's, I think maybe like if my sister comes over or something, I think in the past, maybe we've put stuff up or taken stuff down. No, definitely not taking anything down. Maybe put it up. But yeah, that's I wonder if that's common. You think a lot of people do that?
I do. People probably get stuff given them, I bet you, over like Christmas or something like that. Right. That's for the house.
Put it out, right? Like a vase or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's a good one. So again, for those of you listening for the first time, obviously, maybe you're not listening for the first time. Maybe you listened to like episode 5 and then you went back to episode 1 to see what it was all about. I don't know where I was going with that. We are on YouTube and, all the other podcast audio platforms, maybe putting it out on like Twitter, like Periscope and stuff like that, but we'll see. So I don't know how much like graphics are going to play in this, because I can do a lot of stuff, on YouTube, but then it'll be boring for the people just listening. So maybe I'll do a little bit of both. Anyways, really, I wanted you on because I don't know anybody else in Canada, and I figured why not talk a little Canada. Did I say that right? Did I just say something wrong?
No, you said Canada.
All right, okay. I have a couple things I found that I don't know if it's true or not, and I just need you to tell me if it's true.
Okay.
Do you eat a lot of macaroni and cheese?
I used to. I still do. My kids crush mac and cheese.
Yeah, well, see, and that's how do people, well, I guess you can look at sales and stuff. This thing says Canadians consume more Kraft macaroni and cheese dinners than any other nation in the world. And you probably only have a few nations to compete with, like America, and pretty much that's it, right? Like the United States, and that's it. Yeah. Because, Chinese people aren't eating macaroni and cheese. They have their own shit.
Definitely not.
Right? Like, who else? Okay, that is a really misleading stat. That's nothing to be proud of. You're just beating us, and that's it. Because there's nothing, who else are you going to compete with? Nobody else in the world eats Kraft macaroni and cheese, probably.
Hey, we're number 1 in that department, so we're good.
It's probably safe to say that
we win.
U.S. is number 2. I mean,
yeah.
Who's number 3? I wonder. Like, I don't know.
Something to look up, Dale. Something to look up.
Yeah, maybe I will. How do you find those stats? I don't think that's... something else okay, you live in Alberta, right?
I do, yep.
Okay, so in 1967, you guys, and by you guys, I don't know if it's Alberta or Canada or what, but there is a UFO landing pad in St. Paul. How close are you to that?
I believe it's about 5 hours. My grandfather and my grandmother were both born there.
And
I specifically have never been there, but yeah, no, it is there though. It is there.
Is it like for real?
Yes, it's a legit thing.
Do you know why?
We're waiting for the aliens, bro. We're waiting for the aliens, apparently. I have no idea. That was
all
way before my time.
What I was wondering if it's like a tourist attraction, or if it's like Canada's like they need somewhere to land and we're going to build them a landing pad and they're going to know exactly where to go. Like Canada is mostly just open land anyways. They can land anywhere.
It's funny that all these little towns that we have around, like we got I wish I could remember all of them. But we have a little town that is known for like the largest pierogi. It's got a giant pierogi as you enter the town.
Right.
Like,
where's
that's
that
like
at?
the staple of that. I believe it's I'm terrible. Sorry, hold on. I'll find it.
No, it's okay. I was making conversation. I don't know where this stuff is.
You know what? I meant to talk to you about that. I was actually going to bring all that stuff up, but yeah. Well, Mundare. There's a place called Mundare. They are known as. They have a big giant ring of sausage, Ukrainian sausage. That's their staple, and it's amazing actually too.
What, the statue?
No, the sausage is amazing.
That's just. I mean, look. There's a lot of weird stuff that America has. Like, we're just kind of poking fun, but the stuff like the biggest ball of yarn is like in Utah or something, right? So like whatever, it's everywhere has that stuff. But yeah, it seems like you guys just take it over the top. Which is
the world's largest pierogies in Glendon, Alberta. By the way, look it up. It's giant.
Well, is it just a statue?
Yeah, with a fork going through the pierogi.
A giant fork.
Yep.
Do you eat a lot of pierogies?
Yeah, I'm Ukrainian. Yeah, we do.
Where's your wife from?
She's from. I believe she's Canadian.
You believe? How long have you been married to her?
Yeah, it's bad guy. I went the other day. Someone asked me when her birthday was. I was like, I went to pick up something for her. I'm like, oh shit.
No, knowing her birthday, knowing that where she's from, that's a pretty.
She's from Canada. She's probably. Yeah, I don't know. I should ask her. This is why my wife's always mad.
How many kids have you had now with her? How many kids? Two. You're about to be
2. Yeah.
You're going to be 2.
Yeah,
it's going to be 2. Right.
In like 2 weeks.
Nice. Getting all ready.
Slowly. It's going to be. This house is going to be a madhouse right away.
Both. Wait. So your other 3 kids, are they living at home or no?
Yeah, the 2 older ones. So I got a 20 and 18-year-old one. They're still living here, and then we got the 2-year-old and then one on the way.
Holy shit. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I cannot imagine.
Yeah, we got to sell this house and we got to find something bigger.
Are you going to? You're going to sell?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we will. We have to. We're literally maxed out for size in this house.
You have your computer in a closet, if that means anything.
Yeah. This is where I get my privacy is right in here. This is all I get.
And wait, hold on. So your kids are still living? Do they have any plans to move out?
At some point, they're both in university.
Okay, living at home, just mooching off mom and dad.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much it, exactly.
Man, I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to the point where my kids start really taking advantage of me. I mean, they are right now. I mean, it's 4-year-old and a 1-year-old, but they're kind of supposed to, right? Yeah, but like, man, at some point you got to be like, okay, you gotta stop taking advantage of me here. Like,
the deal is, as long as they're in school, they don't have to pay for like room and board or anything like that. The minute they aren't in school, like literally are done school, they're going to start paying or else they're moving out.
Right. Did you make them get a job? Have you ever made them get a job?
They both work, actually. They've both been working for a long time. My oldest works at the Nike store, so he's got more shoes than probably the Nike store.
Nice.
He's got tons of Jordans.
Nice.
And my daughter is she's a hostess at a restaurant.
Okay. So they're working, they're saving up. They probably have more in savings than you do right now, I bet.
100%.
Doesn't that hurt a little bit? Like, I feel like they need to like pay some kind of royalty or something.
They get they got to cover their insurance and cell phone bills, and outside of that, I should probably maybe pay for their insurance and cell phone bills and make them pay for food. Mm-hmm. That might be the biggest thing, because especially the oldest one, I don't even know how many calories he eats a day. Way too much.
My 4-year-old, she eats pretty well, but she wastes a lot of shit, and it's like, oh god, like we probably go through like. She's on a kick with like raspberries, but she only eats like half that's on her plate. And then what do? Like, I already kind of cut them up And so,
Yeah.
you got to throw them out. And so I'm throwing out fruit and vegetables like crazy. I feel like if she ate them, I'd feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it's the 2-year-old. He'll well, you know how kids are. He'll eat part of it and then just spit it back out and grab another one. And then he's like, "Oh, Daddy." I'm like, "I ain't eating that. What the hell's wrong with you?"
My 4-year-old, and I don't know why, and I kind of played into this part, but every time she has a booger, she picks her nose, which like I don't really care, but then she always asks me to take it for her. So like anywhere we're at, like, and if I don't take it for her, she just wipes it on me, and I can't get her out of the habit of. I'll just take it and like whatever, like just flick it across the room or something. But it's a weird habit that she's into, and now she calls me the booger man, which is weird and strange. But
I had a teacher that used to do that every time.
a teacher?
I'll never forget. He used to always just pick his nose and then just flick it all the time.
That is strange. Okay, though another weird thing. This polar bear thing. I know you kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but this is okay. One, do you have polar bears anywhere near you, or is this okay?
No, no. This is in Winnipeg. This is a couple provinces over, probably like a 14-hour drive from where I live.
Okay. Oh, I'm trying to look for this stat here because it's really weird. Okay, so, oh no, that's somewhere else. Man, you guys have some weird stuff. Where is it? Do you know where that's at? Did I send it to you?
Yeah,
I see the snake thing.
It's in Churchill, Winnipeg, and it's in Manitoba. So what it is basically is, where the heck did it go? But basically, at some point, there's enough polar bears. Sometimes it's a small town, and I've never been there personally, but at times there's more polar bears than there is tourists there. So you'll be walking around and it's very, very likely you'll come across a polar bear.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, where'd you say it was at?
Churchill.
Yeah, Churchill.
In Manitoba.
Yeah. Okay. Manitoba is a province?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is that east or west or what?
That is east of us.
East. So is that like East Coast or no? It's just like in the middle.
In the middle. Actually, that's a perfect way to put it. It's probably right in the middle of Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's home to 15,000 of the world's 25,000 polar bears. So most of the polar bears in the world are there. Seeing bears is whatever it says. If you really want to see them, go there to Churchill. It has a polar bear prison. What the fuck? What is that?
We don't let them go. I have no idea. It's got to be. I don't know.
I think it's like a rehabilitation place or something. I didn't know if
it gotta be.
Yeah. It's not for drunk bears, I'm guessing.
Just throw them in there and just don't let them out.
They're calling it a prison, but it's probably like a
sanctuary.
Or like a what is it called? Like a dog pound, but for polar bears. Polar bear pound. Why do they call it a pound? Why don't? Okay, this is all optics. Because imagine if they called like the shelter a prison, a dog prison. You know how much worse that would sound? That's all it is, though, right? They're all in prison, and they're just waiting for somebody to bail them out. Okay. And then also, you can't lock your doors?
So, I did read some at one point that there was a law there that you couldn't, they don't want you locking your car doors in case you do come across, because certain times of the years you'll see a lot more, right? So, they're worried about tourists getting attacked by them.
Mm-hmm.
So, they asked the people there not to lock their car doors or homes in case somebody needs to escape a polar bear. But I did fact check it, and that's not the case. But it is recommended to leave your car doors and homes open in case you do have you confront an aggressive polar bear. So you could just be sitting there having a beer one day, and just some random dude rolls into your house. You're like, what? What the hell are you doing here? It's a polar bear, bro.
That's crazy.
I don't know. That's wild.
When I initially heard that you shouldn't lock your doors and stuff, I was thinking because polar bears would come in, so you had to lock your doors to protect yourself from polar bears. But your stuff makes way more sense than what I was initially thinking. There's also I do have to mention. Oh, sorry. I do have some basketball stuff in the back. Dr. James Naismith is Canadian, and
Yes,
it's weird that it was invented in Canada, and really the only good things that come out of your country is like Steve Nash, and I don't know who else. I know there's probably a couple of good. What are some other Canadian basketball players?
Andrew Wiggins is there.
Oh, okay, yeah, but who cares about him? Yeah, really, it's just Steve Nash. Anyways, and then okay, hold on. Hockey is a big thing, but
yes,
you guys, like, no Canadian hockey team has won the Stanley Cup in forever.
It's been a while. But
wait, do you guys? But so all the Canadians just go to America to play, and then they win it, right? Has nothing to do with it. It's not like soccer where like Italians play for Italy, stuff like that.
No.
Yeah.
No. But that's why 9 times out of 10 in every like World Junior Championship or like hockey championship that they do play like in the off season, that's why Canada is always dominant, because we do have the more talented hockey players in Canada. If we were all playing on the same team, we'd win the Stanley Cup every year.
Yeah. I was just told that Steve Nash is actually South African. No, that's not true. Is Steve Nash actually South American? Oh, hold on. I'm going to look that up. We cannot move forward without
Who just told you that?
A friend of mine, Steve Nash, South African. If this is wrong. Well, I don't know. It is a Google.
He is.
Is he?
Johannesburg, South Africa. He was born.
Okay, so you can't even claim Steve Nash. So now you
can't
just
even claim Steve.
Now you just have Andrew Wiggins.
What the hell?
Well, I mean, he could say he's, Canadian. That's fine. He just wasn't born there.
Yeah, that's wild. Look at it. We learn something new every day.
Steve Nash's free throw percentage is 90.43%. How crazy is that?
Yeah, that's insane. There's a ton of Canadian basketball players. We got RJ Barrett. I'm just trying to go by the guys I know. I'm not a big basketball guy, but Tristan Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, boom. Look at that. Kelly Olynyk.
Oh, KO. Hey, I didn't know he's. Yeah, that's a good Heat guy there. Okay, well, I don't know. There's really not much sports to talk about, and then your football kind of sucks.
We haven't had football, yeah. Did you hear about this? So our football team is known kind of similar to what Washington's is. We're the Edmonton football team, because we used to be considered the Edmonton Eskimos. So Eskimos, they need to change that. So now they just gave us a choice of 7 names to pick from that are going to be our new team.
Okay. And
they are absolutely horrendous names. One is either going to be the Edmonton Elks.
That's not bad.
The Edmonton Elk Hounds.
Okay. Good. That's a good creative way. Okay. Just what else is elk in the front? Okay.
So the Elks, the Elk Hounds, the Evergreens, which is weird, Evergolds, the Eclipse, the Eagles, or the Elements.
The Elements?
Like, who wants to cheer for any of those?
Wait, hold on. Elements? Like...
I guess.
What would the mascot be? It's a leaf blowing in the wind.
That's why I said the elk hounds, because at least it's a dog. At least it's a cute little dog or something.
I guess.
Like an elk, you're just going to roll a giant elk out onto the field? Probably not.
And that's okay. I mean, you have the elk run across the field.
And you can't do Eagles because there's already football team.
There's Eagles. A million Eagles already.
I think that's the one that's like winning or something.
Right.
But that's what people voted for, and they said that was the 7 best names, and I'm like, good God. But go Elk Hounds.
So when are they announcing this?
I have no idea. Probably before the start of the year. Usually probably by June. If it's even going to go this year. It wasn't last year, so.
Interesting. And they can't, because Eskimos, that is like the, whatever, like, I don't want to be insensitive, but like the tribe or something having a problem with this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of like saying Indians, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. That's as soon as all that stuff came out, they started like doing a bunch of changes like that on a lot, a lot of the sports teams, right?
Yeah. Do you know any Eskimos?
No.
Don't laugh. That's a good question. I never. I mean, are they in your town? Do you see them?
No, I do not see them.
See, for me, oh man, this might get me in trouble with the Eskimo people too. But like in my mind, like they all. I mean, do they actually live up like on the glaciers and make igloos? I mean, that's like they say the cartoon version, but that's the only thing I've ever seen.
That's all I would know them by, to be honest with you. I don't know.
They wear those big fluffy coats.
I've never. Yeah, the fur around the top there.
Yeah. I'm gonna research that a little bit because I'm sure we're really offending the Eskimos, but my guess is they're not listening to My Wife's Mad at Me podcast. I have a feeling. I don't know. Look, anywhere you go, right around the world, I think the one most common thing is at one point, your wife gets mad at you. No matter if you're an Eskimo, right? You're Canadian, you're American. One thing that we can all rejoice and all gather around is that our wives get mad at us for something. And this isn't a podcast, to bash our wives. That's kind of like, I don't know. That's not why I named the podcast that. What was that? Is that you?
No.
That was really strange. I'm getting like, I heard that is really weird. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, I don't know if it might not. It was like somebody like cheering in the background. That was kind of weird.
No.
Anyways, so yeah. Look, if there's any Eskimos, email me, madatmepod@gmail.com, or follow me on Twitter. You don't have to follow me. Just DM me and tell me you're an Eskimo. You don't have to enjoy the podcast. I just want to know. Okay, we got that out of the way. What now? So football, you're pretty good at fantasy football. We already established that. Is that what you do for a living? Is that all you do? Is play fantasy football?
No, that's all hobby. That's strictly hobby.
Oh, so you don't really make any money off it. So you're not that good.
No, I'm not that good. No, no. I suck. Actually, I'm terrible.
You host a podcast. You're supposed to be telling everybody how awesome you are.
No, it's fun. It's good. I've been playing for many years, and it's always something I wanted to get into, so started to do it, started writing for some website a couple years ago. So
EatSleepFantasy.com is a website, by the way. Okay, the Apology Act in Canada in 2009 made apologies inadmissible in court. This is a result of Canada's frequent use of the word sorry. So it means that any apologies are merely an expression of sympathy or regret rather than an admission of guilt or fault. Interesting. So you can say you're sorry. I guess before, if you said you're sorry, they're like, ha, you're guilty because you said sorry. But not in Canada. That's really weird. I wonder if there was one big case. There had to be something happen, right? Like somebody said they're sorry and they weren't guilty. They're like, no, I just said it because I'm Canadian.
I'm sure you could probably find that. That would probably definitely be somewhere.
Interesting.
But yeah, we're known to say sorry to everybody all the time because we're very, very friendly people.
Is it because you're friendly? Or maybe. I don't know. You don't catch me as a really friendly person. I'll be honest with you.
I must have been at Costco today, and I said probably sorry, I bet you, 50 times.
Do people say sorry back when you say sorry?
No, no.
Oh. Hey, so in Costco in Canada, do they have samples and stuff?
Not right now.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been to Costco since...
But, yeah, beforehand, they always would hand out stuff. I would love it. I'd go to all of them. I go there on my lunch hour.
Oh, yeah. Do you have Sam's Club or BJ's?
No, we don't have that.
It's just Costco. Sam's Club, I'm surprised. You have Walmart, though, don't you?
Yeah, we got Walmart. We had Target, your local establishment.
Yeah,
we had that here for... Well, it only lasted, I think it was maybe a couple years, and that was it. Ran them out of town.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why. Did you like it?
I thought it was a decent store, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they have a little bit of everything if you want. Actually, this little hoodie came from Target. I would do everything at Target. I think Target's great. I mean, now they have a Starbucks in the one next to me. So you can go get Starbucks, shop for clothes, you get a little bit of food, you get, a little snack, whatever you need, all in one place.
I do miss Sam's Club because they have Their giant bottle. That's one good thing about the U.S. I mean, you go there. I like to drink spiced rum.
Oh yeah.
And you get like a 1.14 liter for like $20.
Right. Yeah.
And here they're like 45. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Yeah. You measure everything weird too, right? Like liters.
Well, how do you guys have it? Like, what would you? Isn't that what it's?
Yeah. Well, I think we're kind of forced to because whatever, because it's like international type stuff, right? But I mean, it would be best if it was like 4.5 cups or 2 gallons or something.
Yeah. Go get me a 2-gallon bottle of spiced rum, please.
And then you don't measure feet, right? You do meters.
No, we do feet.
Oh, you do?
I always have. I don't know. Is that? I've never heard of. Nobody.
I thought you were in the metric system. Wait, hold on. So, how do you go miles per hour?
No, we go kilometers. So yeah, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
Clayton,
I don't know. I always measure everything in feet.
Look, I told you. I said we're going to talk a little bit about Canada today. You should have done some research.
Yeah. Well, no. When have you ever researched anything?
Yeah, good point. But I mean, I thought you'd know a little bit about your country. Like you guys. Wait, hold on. So everybody goes meters, and you're measuring in feet. You're like the only.
I've always. Yeah, I guess so. But actually, it's funny because so you have to write a exam, right? If you want to become a Canadian citizen, you got to write this like exam. So I was looking at it one day, and I was like, "Thank God I was born here because they wouldn't allow me in here because I wouldn't pass this exam."
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, that would be a good podcast one day because I'm pretty sure I'd fail the United States the citizen exam. I don't know anything. And I don't know if it's, I'm constantly in the battle. Is it because I wasn't very educated? Like, am I not educated or am I stupid? Right? Like, was I taught this and not forgot, or was I just never taught it? I'm blaming the school system. I was
terrible at school, so that's exactly what I'm blaming on.
Yeah,
make it easier.
It's the school system's fault for not making learning fun enough. Because man, like I could like, yeah, I'm good at geography. Like I could tell you like the states and stuff, but when it comes to like presidents, I had no clue. I was looking at a list of presidents that my daughter has a little book, and I didn't know. Like I hadn't even heard of a couple of the presidents. I didn't even know they were presidents. Like there was names. I was like, never heard of them. It was I don't know.
Right. Or we play games quite a bit, and sometimes there'll be like trivia questions like that, right? Like, oh, was this person or name like a Canadian? We have prime ministers, right?
Right.
And then so somebody will say something. I'm like, there's no way this country was ran by a guy with the name of that. Oh yeah, sure enough, you go look in there and you're like, ooh, yeah, all right, that's cool. Like
some of the like long time history, right? Like whatever, like what does it matter anymore, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess know like current events and know what's going on in your world, but like, do you know anything about American politics?
Nothing.
Do you know our first president?
I'm not a political guy. No, I'm not a political guy. I stay out of politics, period.
How many U.S. presidents can you name? Start. Let's go. Wait, hold on. I'm going to bet. I bet you know. You have to know 10. No, you have to know 5.
5.
Yeah. Go. I mean, you start with the current one. Do you know the current one?
Biden.
Okay, yeah.
Biden,
that's 1. Mm-hmm.
Trump.
Yeah, that's 2.
Bush.
That's
Obama.
That's 4.
Shit.
Come on, one more. You know him. Come on. There's a big scandal with his...
Clinton.
Yeah, there you go. Bam. You know 5.
Yes.
There you go.
Well,
there was 2 Bushes, so maybe I'll give you credit for both.
Yeah, there's 2 Bushes. I knew that.
Okay. Yeah, welcome to the country.
Nice, I'm in.
Imagine if that was like the only test, like here at the border.
You're sitting there, you're like, 1, 2, 3. Oh, you just need one more. Let's
one more, go on.
Yes, I'm in.
You just say Bush twice, and you're like, yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So you probably know, and obviously you know American sports, but just interesting. To be honest with you, I don't know like the rules man, I don't know. I think a lot of people are going to yell at me, especially John. But like, I don't know really the difference between like what they do day to day. Like, there's a congressperson, like congressman or woman. There's people in the Senate. There's House representatives. I don't know what any of them do. Like, there's a lot of people that make a lot of decisions. No clue. No clue. Do you know all about your system?
No, I know nothing.
Who's running your country?
His name's Justin Trudeau.
Oh, yeah. He's good. Isn't he pretty good? I think he's a handsome guy, isn't he?
Well, he's handsome guy that just hands money around to everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. But it's going to be a rough election for him, I think, when he goes up and running next year.
Oh, no, he looks way different than I thought. He used to be much better looking or something. He looks old now. He's really gray beard and stuff.
Pandemic really got to him.
That's what it is. And he has...
his dad was actually a prime minister as well.
Is that how that works there or no? Or is that just coincidence?
It's just coincidence.
So when do you vote next?
I believe it's next year we do.
Okay. Do you not like him because he's from Ottawa?
See, we can't get into... Yeah, sure. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, because he's from Ottawa.
Why can't you get into it?
Just because the way that our country is, you guys are... Like, the way you guys are, you're Republican, you're Democratic, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of how it is.
Right.
So here, it's like we got Conservative Party, we got Liberal Party.
Okay.
There's NDP part. There's tons of them.
But it doesn't matter where they live. Like, I mean, is Ottawa, like, mostly liberal? Is that how that works or no?
Yeah, the majority. So the thing, that's how it has been. The thing with our election, it's really weird, kind of similar to how your guys' is, but by the time it gets to the West Coast, like where we are, like we're voting on a prime minister. By the time it gets to like Manitoba, the election's pretty much done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just because it's so basically people on the west side, the people I guess west are more on the conservative side,
right,
I guess.
Right.
Well, used to be, I don't know. It's just weird. The way that everything's been run right now, it's wild.
Yeah. We are probably the two, if we want to do a show about how not to talk about politics, this is a good one. Because we're probably the two least qualified people to even talk about this stuff. And I'm going to keep asking questions. Do people hang Canadian flags like outside their house like we do?
We see American flags. You see a few. You don't see them as much as you do when you're in the States. That's for sure. That's
weird. I don't know if it's weird or what. I know a lot of people are, whatever. But like coming from other countries and stuff, like people really think like being patriotic is kind of weird, like that, right? Like, I don't know. It's just a kind of different mindset, I guess.
I think it's cool though. I honestly do. I think it's neat to drive through and see all the flags and everything like that. We don't have a Canadian flag hanging outside, but I think that's what's going to happen. My in-laws have one. He has one up all the time. My father has one up all the time.
So you're gonna do it?
It's gotta, why not?
Oh, you said are you actually looking for a house, or is that just the next step?
No, we will be looking for one. We're kind of in. We're waiting on seeing what Sarah's parents are doing first, because we possibly will be taking over their house because they're going to build a new one.
There you go. They got a way bigger kids mooching off their parents still. After you're 40 years old, look what's happening.
Giant house, man.
It never stops.
It
never stops though. That's what I'm nervous about. Jesus, I can't. My daughter's gonna be.
We're paying for it. It's not like it's just like, oh yeah, here, take this house.
No, but you're gonna give them way less money than it's worth. I mean, that's how it works. I mean, if I had to pay for my parents' house, I'd be like, here's $10,000. Let's call it even. And do this.
We're a young family. We got young children.
There you go. Yeah, we're
just getting by. We're just getting by.
That's all I got to tell them. I can pay full price of this house, but man, it's really the little one's college fund is
you're going to take food away from your grandkids.
And they have to pick, right? And like that money, it's already spent. They don't care. You just got to talk to them like that. People don't care. What else is going on, man?
Not much on this end. Like I said, just getting ready for another little one, and that's about it.
Kids.
Yeah.
Who talked us into having kids? Nah, I shouldn't say that. Because we do. I'm kind of conflicted right now because I have the other podcast, Easily Fantasy, and this one of them is going to have to be the one that my daughters someday listen to, like in 20 years. I was thinking maybe this one, but I think this one might have. I don't know what content's going to be worse. I think I got to pick and choose. Maybe I'll do like a best of, and just have them, have everything censored, because.
Well, Dale, as a longtime listener of Eat Sleep Fantasy, you do not want her to listen to that.
But then now, what then? So I gotta just be, really politically correct, and I'm not gonna talk. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
She wants to know the real you, so she'll pick and choose the right one.
That's right.
I have a feeling either one of them at some point are not going to be best for her, but hey.
Look, okay, if you're listening, if my kids are listening right now, this is the year 2042, right? And wait, what 20? That's only 20 years now. It has to be like 2060, right? I'll probably be dead by then, and they're gonna look back and see some of this stuff. It probably won't even be on YouTube anymore. It'll be on some weird thing that you can see as a hologram on your car window or something. So where was I going with that? If she's listening, shoot, I don't know where I was going with that. I was saying if she's going to be listening, I don't know. Shit, what was it?
She's shaking her head right now.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to let her know that everything I'm saying and doing is all it's all a bit, and it's all a character that I'm playing. Is that, and that's
no,
good,
it is
right?
not. No, it is not. He's lying to you.
This might be episode 2, because I don't think that people are going to tune in. Okay, so we have a Canada episode, right? And it's kind of Canada, right? We talk a little bit about Canada. I think it was really useful information. But do I release it as episode 1? Should I just record a lot and then pick the best one to make it episode 1? Or does episode 1 even matter? Do you want to be episode 1? Do you want that pressure? Because if I fail,
definitely.
If this fails,
exactly,
it can bomb, and then you'd be like, okay, well, no more Clayton. But then if it does really well, it's all you.
You'll get 2 downloads on this episode, but you'll get say you get 1,000, 2,000 downloads to your first episode, and then it comes to me, and it might fall down a little bit. So we don't want to start with me, because people might be like, this is brutal, and only give you 5 downloads.
Well, I'm just trying to
figure out. And then they won't listen ever again.
Maybe I just put a lot of advertising into the Canada market. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to be, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Episode 1, I'm going to title it episode 1, no, not episode. I'm just going to 1.O Canada should I say with Clayton? Should I put the guest name in the title? No,
just put O Canada.
Yeah, just O Canada. Do you know the whole O Canada song?
I do, and I'm not singing it for you.
I do not know the entire Star Spangled Banner. The O Say Can You See? I don't know all of it.
Yeah, well, I know what it is. I don't know what the whole thing is.
Yeah, it's all weird.
They're all weird.
Anyways. Hey, do you know the Star Spangled Banner?
Do I know? Oh.
No, I will forget it. I have somebody else in the room, and I was asking if he knows the Star Spangled Banner, but okay, yeah. I wonder what percentage of Americans know the Star Spangled Banner. Not too many, I bet.
No.
Do you guys have another song besides "Oh Canada"?
No, that's it.
Don't you have something called "Oh Glory" or something like that? I don't know. Maybe that's it's just "Oh Canada" and that's it.
You better stop. I might get kicked out of Canada here. I don't know anything. What's going to happen? Jesus.
What religion?
I should have cracked a beer. I should have grabbed a beer.
Okay. I think this, I'm going to 1.O Canada, and then in the show notes I can put special guest Clayton. Is that cool?
Sounds good.
Okay. I don't know if I want to see this is all experimental, because if this is episode 1, then it's if however I sign off now is going to be the way I sign off every time. I don't want to start a habit that I don't like. So how do you leave? Do I just push stop? I think that'll be the best thing. Just push and stop.
Yeah.
But then I gotta like plug everything and be like, follow Clayton at Clayton FF Clayton. Is that what it is?
No, it's Canadian Clay FF.
Canadian Clay FF.
That's correct.
On Twitter. Okay. At Mad at Me Pod for like Twitter and YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that. Oh, I don't want to say it now. I do have a Facebook private group, but I think I'm going to wait. Well, I just said it. So I just stop. Okay. I'll stop.
Can I get an invite to that?
Sure.